We are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to D&D 5th Edition. My name is Jacob, or JC, and we have 6 wonderful people joining us here today. Cody, Jazz, Alpha, Suzanne, Helminia, and James, all here to experience the continent of Usapait. Got a couple things to get out of the way. If this is your first time on the stream, welcome. Good to have you. If you're back, brilliant. Happy you've returned. If you're watching the live stream on Twitch, make sure to follow. It helps us keep it all going. And if you're watching the restream on YouTube on Fridays, make sure to subscribe. Both actions are free. We'd love to roll dice regardless, but we appreciate you letting us know that you enjoy it as well. I don't really have too much to go over right now regardless, so I think it's just time to get into it. I think it's time to have a little bit of fun. We had a nice lighthearted session last week, and now we can get back into it. Yeah. Other than that, let's party. I'm gonna try and get any music going because, you know, it's just not working in our favor, but that's okay. And while we're doing that, I'm going to jump into the recap. Where we last left off, our group, we haven't had a light sentence for 27 sessions. There's only been 18, 19. What are we at right now?
I know.
Holy shit. 19. We're at 19. I was right. Where we last left off, the group was fractured into 5 total pieces as and Valden split up as they were running away from Becca's house from the onslaught of town guards and an assassin bounty hunter. While they were running away, they were taking advantage of a diversion called by Yoy and Ophelia, as one of the two scared the other by screaming about undead above ground and caused a riot/stampede of terrified townsfolk. Below the city, Glaerun took to the gladiatorial ring of the Changebringer and fought an opponent in a fierce, quick, and luckily not deadly battle, as he was able to subdue and knock out his opponent, also preventing them from falling through a trapdoor. The final piece of this puzzle, Aelin was led away without anyone else knowing or noticing, for the one who could, to another area, a bridge overlooking an underground river, where he was offered a decision to ditch the other 5 for favorable treatment and one more mission before he gets kicked out of town with a easier and cleaner path, or to die standing against the bounty hunter that pulled him away. A brave face was put on, a less honorable fight ensued. However, they realized quickly that they could not overpower the bounty hunter by themselves, as they were capable of taking many a hit, and as a result elected to jump into the river, being swept away by the current. We found out that most of the others, or all of the others, managed to escape away from the stampede and increased guard presence from the undead scream and chase that ensued from the bounty hunter. As Glarin made his way up to the surface. The rest of the group made their way down, and they met in the only truly safe entrance to the underground that they all currently still knew, the hookah lounge under control of the mistress. They talked about what needed to happen and noticed that one person was still missing, not in the company of Glarin like everyone else expected. Heading down to the tavern where everyone was told they would meet, except for Glarin, but luckily they found themselves. We pull back in on what might be happening. And here we go. It's always going to take me just a second to kind of throw myself into this. But we pull in to Aelin. If I remember correctly, the last thing that you said you were doing was taking a quick breather after you had slogged yourself, waterlogged and half dead onto the kind of area of ground and stone below the in this kind of water reservoir, with the river kind of coming to an abrupt stop in this pooling around this dank, wet place with barely enough room for you to stand up. This underground lake seems to be the place that you have ended up. For better or worse, you're not too sure.
So with barely enough space to stand up, am I able to take a short rest, or is it kind of a...
If you wanted to, you could spend the hour and take a short rest if you wanted to. There is enough space. There's like this small... It would almost count as a walkway. It's about like 2, maybe even like maybe a little bit more than 2, like maybe 12 feet wide. You just were so exhausted after your point that your legs are still kind of in the water. If you wanted to pull yourself completely up so that you're not under risk of drifting away, you can take a quick hour and short rest.
I would very much like to do that, because not half dead. I am very close to with like 5 hit points. So I do want to take that hour just to like be so exhausted after swimming so hard and already being so close to perishing that just get onto the beach, and maybe I'll like throw my cloak off because it's soaking wet, and take my scabbard off and put the shield and the sword over by the cloak, and then I'll just like collapse against the wall for a little bit.
All right.
Short rest.
You're able to take your short rest. You can roll any hit dice. It would be D10 due to your class.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna roll. I'm level 3. I got all 3 of them. I'm gonna roll all of them.
Go for it.
Because I need it. I rolled a 10, a 7, and a 7. So 24. Apply, which gets... Oops, I accidentally killed myself instead. That's awesome. Way to go. Way to go, app. Apply. There we go. Okay, yeah. Cool. Yep, and that gets me back up to full health of 26. So...
Okay.
Post-rest, do I see anything else around, or is it really just this little, kind of sandbar thing that I'm on? I mean, is there any, like, other tunnels, access doors, catwalks, knowing that this is kind of an engineered room or engineered aqueduct type system? Is there any type of, like, service walkways or accesses that I can
Make
see?
a perception check for me.
Okay. I hope there's not a lot of water in my eyes. because otherwise your boy's going swimming again. 18.
18. You look over, and this is again a nicely sized room. It's not, it's larger than like, it's this kind of dim lighting, so you're not too sure on distance, but it's an over 100-foot diameter, like small underground like lake that you've found yourself in, with this very relatively thin kind of I don't want to say walkway, but we'll say walkway around it, of kind of carved out stone. You do see that near the exact opposite of where the river kind of rushes in and then is quickly quieted, you do see some sort of like metal reinforcement, though you don't see any guardrails, panels, toolboxes, doors, nothing like that.
Sure. Okay. Does this carved, not walkway, does this carved, like, I guess, stone slope completely encompass it, or is it just various spots on the lake?
It does encompass the outer ring of the reservoir.
Okay.
So you could
So
walk from one spot to another.
Okay, and that's exactly what I'll do. I'll pack my stuff up. I'm not going to put all of my duds back on, just because I'm likely still pretty wet. So I will just, I kind of wrap my cloak around my things, maybe cinch it down with a bit of leather off my scabbard, or, however it attaches to the belt or something. And then, take my pack to kind of go around that and check out the reinforced metal thing.
All right. Could I get a investigation check from you?
You sure can. Boy, you guys can see the modifier on this one. I rolled a 6, so it is a 6.
6. As you look over and you kind of step onto the metal reinforcement, you do see like small bubbles kind of pulling up from by the water that's next to that metallic reinforcement, and the reinforcement itself goes for about like 15 feet. Like, it's not like a small section. It's a wider bit that dips into the water itself. But other than that, you're looking for markings, you're looking for grooves, you're looking for a panel. You don't see anything like that.
Okay. The river just kind of comes into this large lake area. There's no more downstream, right? This is where it terminates.
This looks like where it terminates. There looks like there's no other section.
Okay. Anything on the ceiling?
You look at the ceiling, and it looks like a kind of slowly smooth, eroded bit. Even any grooves that have been made by tools or anything have been sheared off and made slick and smooth by the time spent next to water.
Yeah, okay. Water is pretty still. Is it like whirlpooling anywhere, alluding to like a drainage below it, or is it just kind of where it's at?
I mean, besides those bubbles that you saw underneath the metallic part, there's nothing else besides a kind of small swirl indicating that the water rushing from the river is being stopped suddenly by the kind of force of the reservoir.
Right. Okay. Can I, like, get hands on the metallic thing that's, like, out in the water, or is it pretty out there? It's not, like, up and over.
I mean,
like
it's
that.
a section that quite literally, like, you could step on the part of it that's kind of like, it's like an overhang of the walkway. Like this almost of what you immediately know, like a sheet from like a simplistic view, almost like a sheet of metal is what it looks like, that has been then bent around the stone walkway at that 15-foot wide portion and then dips into the water. Where next to that quote-unquote walkway, in the water itself, you see bubbles.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put my ear to the metal structure and see if I can hear, water flowing or machines down the way, or vibrations of some kind.
Make another perception check for me.
Okay. Okay, well, that's not horrible. 16?
16. You listen and you can hear the kind of movement of water underneath you, moving through that metallic panel that you are standing on.
Yeah. I have no idea what to do in this space, genuinely. I mean, there's nothing for me to... no doors. I'm not going to crawl in the water and go up the pipe,
Is that the thought that hits Aelin?
Yeah, I guess it would be I don't know what, at this point, I don't have any way to, communicate with the rest of the group, and I'd rather not jump back in the water. I'd give it a little bit first, I guess, until I'm absolutely out of options, but...
As you're thinking about this lack of options, lack of outs for the situation, you encounter kind of a strange feeling or emotion that kind of pulls through you, as it doesn't feel like it's your own emotion at this point. And it actually materializes almost like a voice in your head that isn't yours, that just prattles with one word. Pathetic.
Excuse me? Hello?
You kind of turn around and you see standing on the water about 40 feet away from you, a individual about 5.5 feet tall. Their feet barely skimming the water, almost like the water's magnetic and she's a polar opposite, kind of pulling her feet off of it with this band of... It looks metallic. It almost looks like a scale mail pattern, except it stretches whenever she moves. It almost like you'd see an elastic material, and this wraps underneath her feet and goes all the way up her body, encasing both her legs, chest, just under, till it stops just underneath her collarbone. This kind of black and light blue material. Dark hair kind of leans down on her right-hand side, looking sopping wet, like she's been swimming for days, although her skin does not show forms of wrinkling. Deep, non-standard eyes, this kind of black, deep-set iris with this, odd yellow ring encasing it, kind of stares at you, and she has her arms kind of folded. And she looks at you, water dripping from the back of her hair.
I'm gonna just... I don't know. I don't recognize. Just gotta make sure.
Oh, no. This is not a familiar person.
Okay, just making sure. Okay. Well, in that case, then, yeah, I will like grab my bundle of belongings, and I am picture like my sword being longer than the
Mm-hmm.
bundle, so it's like kind of half sticking out, and I'll kind of like grab it and like pull my sword out, and like just I guess start to kind of talk to this thing, and um, because I'm kind of out of options, I'll approach it I guess this way, where I'll say, uh, look, I don't know where I am. I don't know what you are. I've had a terribly long day. If you're not gonna help, I guess let's just get on with this. But I'm kind of cornered here.
Now that there's something in front of you to hit, you decide to pull out your beat stick. Psst. I should have expected less.
Sorry to not meet your expectations, but I don't know what else I'm supposed to do down here. There's this metal structure and a lake. I mean, I guess I. What do you want me to hit the? Do you want me to hit the pipe with my sword, and then I'll with the scabbard, not my sword actually, but like I'll start just like looking at her, like, is this what you want? And then like start just hitting the thing a couple times.
Just a shame that you gave up so quickly. She said you were better than that. At least when she's bargaining for you.
Maybe this world that I'm in here is so much more difficult than I'm used to. I don't know how to deal with the bureaucratic side and all of this drama and politics. Of course, all I want to do is hit things with my beat stick.
I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Most people are disappointing. But, for some reason, I'm supposed to help you. Guess you want, She wants a second chance for you, so you don't starve to death down here. I didn't know someone from your plane could even starve to death. That's a new thing. Not, knowledgeable about shadows, believe it or not. But, even though I don't think you care for him, I do need you to be helpful. She said you would be helpful, that's why I'm coming to get you anyway. You've got purpose, even though you're bad at it. Can't take care of a fucking blockhead with a hammer. How the hells are you supposed to kill a, well, whatever that thing is, we're still deciding ourselves. What do you call them? Falsehoods? Liars? Cheats? Whatever they are. You're probably still trying to debate how to take care of someone who can't be just beaten with a beat stick, as we're calling that little thing now.
I am. Yeah, I was hoping to gain some alliances down here, and hopefully they would be able to help out and maybe come up with some ideas alongside. But you're right. I don't know how I'm supposed to go about defeating something so strong without an army like I'm used to.
The people of this city, the people of this nation are rotten and corrupt and ill-deserved of anything. Even the people that you're finding some use out of, they're better left to their repugnant ideals. A few of you are actually trying to do something about it, whether you understand you are or not, and, well, she seems to think that you can help. the one that I'm trying to help, so better get you on your way. But you don't. You've already fucked up once, and not in the way that you think you have. I don't care to remember anyone's name, but the one who looks like they've frozen to death, they already tipped one of the dominoes in the way we didn't want it to. And so we need you to go somewhere else and stop the next one from falling the wrong way.
If you have a less cryptic way of telling us at least what this next domino we should be on the lookout for is, I would really appreciate that.
The last time we were talking specifics with people, they caused a lot of issues. We're trying to work on the best way to interact with people. It takes time. Don't want to cause people killing themselves or each other over being too straightforward with what they're about to do to themselves and others. But if you're looking to be heroic, this would stop plenty of people from dying. If that's good enough for you. The one best, most knowledgeable of the underground already knows the next place to go and is possibly keeping that to themselves. She's somewhat fond of you. I feel like they'd be upset if you drowned or starved here, but I don't care about them yet. Anything else for me to not willingly answer before I help you fix yourself?
When they ask how I made it out, who do I tell them saved me?
Tell them you saved yourself. Give them some faith in you. If you talk about me too much, one of them might start trying to head the other way. They're not quite ready for me yet. You've got a coward among your group. Just letting you know. But one often fills their destiny on the road to avoid it. I'm not worried.
I suppose, yeah, with that then, what do you say I should do?
I'd say you trust in me. You've already done such a good job of closing your eyes and letting whatever's roaming around down here do what they wish. So close your eyes a little bit more and they might find you safe and sound.
Very well. And I'll bundle my, put my rapier back in the bundle and just on the little metal walkway. Then I'll, hold my stuff and just close my eyes. And is it gonna hurt?
Only if you want it to.
I've had enough for today, please.
You feel this kind of like worming chill work its way first into like the edges of your skin, like you're beginning to get frostbitten, and you feel a charisma save kind of pull across your form. You can elect to fail it, or you can try to resist whatever's happening to you.
I'm gonna blindly trust this. I'm gonna choose to fail it.
Suddenly the air is pulled out of your lungs, and you feel the hard metal that you've kind of set yourself down on shift over to carpeted floor, and a heavy sound kind of steps through and kind of cuts through everything else of a knock, just as the next question for the 5 of you is who would be knocking on the door of the inn that you'd expect him to be in.
Fuck it, I'll do it.
You knock at the door. This kind of jolt happens, and whatever happens next happens. Aelin, you hear the knock at the door. The rest of you standing nearby or at the door that you expected Aelin to be at.
The room is familiar, right? It's the room
Yes.
that I was in, or
It is.
Okay, just making
It
sure.
is the room that you've been in before. This is a notable, normal room, and you are only slightly damp.
Okay, I was gonna ask if I was still soaking
You're not
wet.
soaking wet. You are slightly damp.
Okay, I'll put my stuff on the nearest table or just the bed if that's what I've got in the room.
Mm-hmm. Easy enough.
Just set it there and then make it to the door and open the door to see who's there.
You open the door and has not cleaned herself yet. And still has blood on her right hand and all down the front of her cloak. Like a lot.
Gosh. What? I was gonna tell you where I've been, but where have you been?
We got attacked by probably not guards.
Come in. Is it just you and
Me and the
if I
rest
can
of
manage to decide.
Well,
The gang's there, right?
the gang's all here.
Okay. Is rooms big enough to fit a party of 5?
Yeah, not enough for people to like lay out or anything, but yeah, the 6 of you are able to kind of filter in, kind of against the walls and such.
Okay. I'm picturing like the small rooms in Skyrim where it's like a twin bed and the chest, and you have like.
Oh, that's quite a good thing to keep in your mind.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, like, okay, yeah. Let's get you out of the. Yeah, come on in. Let's get you out of the hallway. So it's. What happened to you guys? I heard some bad things.
Me and Val went looking for Becky, and we didn't find her, but we did find her husband hiding, and then we got attacked by probably not the town guard and a dark elf in like a purple cloak, but we got away.
Can I show him like I'm assuming I just have like a gaping arrow wound, just still open.
I healed you up.
Yeah.
Did you heal me up? I remember
I did. I did
pulled
you
it out.
10
There's
full hit points.
Oh! I forgot about that. Then never mind.
It would be but you do have a gaping wound. You're like, oh god, look
he has
at this
a
arrow
like
wound.
he has like it's basically been like a couple months past in that wounds area of like it's had time to like kind of pull together, but you still see a scar that would be eventually going away.
Yeah.
And Glaeren, I assume if you're here, you survived the pit.
No, I definitely died. You're talking to my ghost.
Can your ghost go back and collect the money that I am? Oh no! If you died, I lost. Wait a second. No, stop that. I'm glad you made it out of there, and I hope that maybe I can go back and get my gold at some point. But I suppose that's a bridge for another day because I bet highly on you. I had a lot of faith. Let it be known. Let it be known. And I assume Ophelia, you and Yoi had success in helping these two?
I think so. She seems to disagree.
Well, that's
I
not abnormal, I suppose, between the two of you.
I think it was a great help, even though if it was confusing in the moment.
Well, I'm glad we've all made it, at least. It seems that this was all orchestrated in some way against us.
What happened
Myself
to
included.
you?
Well, after we separated and Ophelia and Yoe went to go up top, I feared I'd hang back like we talked and stick with Glaven, but one of Adler's men pulled me to the side and took me down into the bellows of the underground, offered me a job or my life, and I guess my life and a job, or to come back to you guys and fight him for it, and it went rather poorly, to be honest with you, but I did flee embarrassingly into the underground further, and then was able to make my way back up here with a little bit of help from something that is above me, honestly. But I don't think we're very welcome on in the Changebringer side anymore.
Yeah, that's probably a fair assessment. Considering we got shot at.
I also think that perhaps we should heed Val's warning and maybe do our best to make our way out of this wretched place. I think we've agitated too much.
I'd hate to have to leave after coming so far, but you might be right. Might have to come back at a later time.
I think that would be a good idea, a wise idea, at the very least, to learn more, for myself at least, to learn more about the land and maybe go to somewhere a little less divided.
Do you know if wherever you were connected outside somewhere?
I cannot say for certain. It seemed to be an ancient engineered aqueduct system that seemed to just feed water into the town. So I don't believe it was a means to getting out of here. I think our best bet is either to try our hand at getting out above ground, or perhaps one of the other ruling clans down here is a little more forgiving. I mean, we seem to be in better interest with the mistress, or at least neutral ground at the moment. But I'm open to suggestions.
I mean, I suppose it wouldn't hurt seeing what the mistress has to offer.
Not sure that indenturing ourselves to another party in the underground is the best idea. It's definitely
wouldn't
not
be
the fastest
indenturing
way to get
ourselves.
out of here.
We'd be selling our services this time. I made that very clear in the letter I wrote her.
Surely, with everybody trying to flee the city, those that follow the mistress are no different, and perhaps she could have some protection mission or something that could get us out of the city and benefit them.
Say as you will, I think she has a bit more potential to pull the wool over the eyes of officials, so to speak.
Why don't we
Power
settle
and
it
money be one. I
so
did
we
that.
can- When is it?
We gotta go find out. I wrote the letter yesterday.
Do you know where to go so we can go find that out?
There's an inn across from the Lather House called the Gorgon's Gaze. that I think we should all stay at moving forward. I don't really want to stay in this part of town anymore anyway.
I can agree with that.
The last thing I need is a cloaked figure sneaking in my room and cutting off what I have left.
I think perhaps we should try and stick together a little more moving forward too, so that exact thing doesn't happen as easily, at least. After this, it seemed far too easy to pick us off one by one.
Jacob, how much time does Yoy and Glaren have on the room's topside left?
If I remember correctly, I think you'd have like
a day or two?
I was about to say like a day and a half left.
Enough where if you disappeared now, it probably wouldn't be an issue.
Okay.
Especially with cries of undead.
What time of day-ish would you say it is, JC?
You guys have spent the better part of today doing your walkarounds of town, doing your bits, and it is starting to crest into the afternoon at the moment.
So like 1-ish, 2-ish?
Yeah.
Okay.
JC, can I check the pockets of myself and maybe dig through my cloak real quick to see if I got a receipt for the 15 gold that I put on the pit fight?
I do.
I want it back.
Behold, my life's memoir, written in red ink.
Oh no.
Just to see.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would say roll me a luck check. Roll me a d20.
Oh my gosh.
Well, because you've got it. The luck check is whether it got ruined.
It probably did. It should have, honestly.
Does he want high or low?
He wants high.
Okay.
You fucking.
I don't add anything to luck, right?
No, you don't. It's just a d20 roll.
It was. Do I get to know if I fail before I use inspiration?
No.
No.
I mean,
I think you have to announce it.
I'll take it.
before
I
you
shouldn't.
know.
I shouldn't.
Use your
But
good boy points.
Good boy
Do it.
points and
are
inspiration.
you using your
are
good
not
boy
the same.
point to get your lottery receipt?
Do it.
Yeah, never mind. It was okay. It was a 13. It was a 13.
13 is you kind of pull this piece of mulch out of your pocket that is like substantially wetter than the rest of you. Like it is enough to alert the other people to like how wet it is in contrast to you just being like light. Like it calls attention to you being slightly damp as like part of the wood mulch just kind of like sops out of your hand of your little ticket.
I pull a handful of water out of my pocket. Like,
Is there any fix in it?
Not with mending, no. This thing.
I'm not saying with mending. I'm saying good old forgery and candlelight.
I mean, if you wanted to try and forge one, it's just you don't have any reference. This thing's defunct. This thing has disintegrated.
yeah.
This person has been tumbling through water and currents for an undisclosed amount of time. You didn't lose your sword nor your shield, but you did lose your ticket.
My fortune.
And with that, what, 15 gold?
30 gold gone. Glaren, let it be known. This is proof. I believed in you 100% of the way. I'll just
I'm not seeing much proof. I'm just seeing a pile of mush.
Maybe they'll remember.
It's a cruel way to talk about yourself, Larry.
I don't think, even still, I don't think it would have been wise of me to try and go back for it. I guess I'll just cut my losses and deal with the moral dilemma of funding him one last time. But alas.
So, should we go get set up at that other inn?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
The 6 of you moving to the Gorgon's Gaze.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna roll a perception check to make sure I'm not getting gang stalked.
For what reason would you ever think you're getting gang stalked? Please
You
roll
know,
perception.
actually,
Please
it's
roll.
kind of a good, kind of a good looky.
Can I also roll perception, but for maybe
But in like
a
a
more
cool
logical
way.
reason? Yeah.
Me-
To be.
I also, but for also paranoid reasons.
Sure.
Well, you guys
Yeah, I'm
got
looking for
shot, so
I'm
like
looking
I'm
for the
making sure I don't
bounty
get
hunter.
pickpocketed. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like that's what I'm looking for, to make sure nothing runs at me with a knife.
That's super.
You think
I
it's the
think
bounty
it'll
hunter you
run
gotta
at
be worried
you.
about? No, brother, it's a kid with a
I'm
knife in the
careful.
streets. Okay, who
I don't
wants
think I'm scared
who
of
wants
kids.
advantage? Until you have
Got a
until you
50.
get I'm gonna give Valden advantage and forego my roll.
Got you. So you have proficiency in perception then?
I'm an elf, of course I do.
It's a question.
It comes cooked into elves, brother.
I didn't know if it was all races for elves. So
Yeah, I got it.
what a perceptive party.
I'm
And
feeling
we
a little
still got
perceptive.
12s and 13s.
You're feeling a little
Well,
perceptive.
I'm feeling like an 18,
18.
opposed to like a 7. So thank you.
Gang stalked.
Yeah, JC, how fucked are we?
Turn around, there's 8 guys behind us.
Yeah.
Did you roll anything
Yes.
good?
I got a 15.
15. Okay. Yeah. 4 to 5. Goliath barbarian. No.
Oh,
Oh fuck, guys, it's him! Run!
It's him
I,
4 or 5 times.
It's him and his
That's
homies.
that's an illusion.
You guys begin to make your way out of the other inn, moving through territories over towards the Gorgon's Gaze, in view of the Lather House and over territory lines. As 3 of you are keeping a specific eye out as other people are bemoaning their situation or their dampness state. Most do not see anything. However, Valden, with keen eyes, as you put it, looking but cool, you can see plenty of people kind of moving around the market, moving from tents to tent, and in the small bit of walk, it doesn't take too many minutes to walk from one to the other, as the other one was already like in the, I don't want to say no man's land area, but like the more neutral area. As you guys pull over to the mistress's location, you do see a figure, a cloaked figure, repeatedly. As in, like, at first, as you guys had walked out, you see a figure far off and enough to probably see you guys exit, and then as you guys are on your way there, you can see them behind you another time, and then as you guys see sight of the Gorgon's Gaze, you can once again see another flash of the cloak.
Is this? Do I know this cloak?
It's somewhat familiar. I would dare say
Recent.
certain 2 colors.
Interesting. Well, and I mean, I can connect the dots that, like, more likely than not, probably following us. Not just a crazy coincidence.
I mean, you've seen them 3 separate times now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm gonna give a subtle little, like, shove, I guess. Just like bump into him and try and get attention, and then like nonchalant, not obvious. Try and tell that we're being followed by the bounty hunter again. Just so that they don't know that I know. But I know.
But I do.
I know.
Okay. Fuck.
I don't know what we do about it. I don't know if there's anything we can do about it. But
Hey,
so what's happening?
How far from the inn are we?
I don't know. How far from the inn are we?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to answer our question.
How far from the inn are you?
Yeah.
Like maybe like 60-ish feet, like a couple more seconds of walking. Like you're close to it. Like this is when he's gotten the third bit.
Who's leading us? Who's leading the party? Is it me?
Either you or someone with Ophelia. Like you guys can be somewhat near the front. It's all fine.
Fuck.
Yeah, this
I'm
isn't
gonna
good.
like. Can you describe me like the road going to the inn real quick?
The road going to the inn is basically kind of on the edge of the main section. So it's almost like a curving street that on the bend of it, there is the lather house, like on the wider form, and then across it at kind of where the road kind of like pinches almost, or on the inside of the curve, you can see the Gorgon's gaze kind of being along the side of the road. On either side of both buildings, you can see different like small sections for people to like kind of pick up or put down stalls. Although the immediate stalls next to the Gorgons is currently in the process of actually being set up, almost like a time, some sort of imposed time limit has expired, and a new person is now putting up their goods to give. Are you looking for anything in specific?
Does the road continue on after the inn?
Yes, it does.
I'm just gonna like not even sort of move for the inn and just continue on down the street.
Okay.
I like this
kind of
plan.
hope
Are you
that
alerting the
everyone
rest of
follows
us?
me.
I don't know if there's enough time. I don't know if there's a way that we can.
Let me know if there's a way that you try to, or if you're just gonna lead them past.
I'm just gonna kind of, not that anyone might see this, but just like kind of at my waist with my hand, just like kind of beckon them onwards. Whether you see that or not, I guess is up to you and your maybe shitty perception, but
If at all
That's what I'm
possible,
Mm-hmm.
can I don't know if we have enough time for this. Can I make my way up closer to and just start coughing really loud. And just like, oh man, crazy weird illness or something.
Crazy weird illness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll even roll a performance check for you if you would like.
Please, I'd say roll a performance or a deception. Your choice.
Oh.
What?
Let's look. Performance or deception?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to roll deception, please. Oh.
Oh?
Not believable at all, actually.
Oh no!
That's a 6.
Ah.
So, bad plan. We're all gonna die right here. Sorry, everybody else.
I mean, it's just this. I'm sick, guys.
Doesn't work.
I mean, you don't know is the big thing.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna say that I'm definitely distracted now because of that.
Okay.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'll. Val, are you okay? Are you feeling okay?
I'm just like looking at Val like, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing?
I'm just not gonna stop. I'm just gonna keep going and hope that it works for long enough until we pass the inn. Enough.
Gotcha. So with everyone in the group just looking at you like you're being punched in the gut by an invisible ghost, like you guys just start stepping by the the Gorgon's gaze.
I mean, it worked. I mean,
you guys step past it.
yay.
I don't know what to say.
Al, are you all right?
Once we get a little bit past,
Is there like an alley we can slip into?
yeah, that would be ideal.
I mean, yeah, there's plenty of like you can step around a building. There's not like straight paved alleyways like there is up top, but you can step like into the more market stall area to just put a building in between the main roads.
Sure.
There's it's less of a side street and more of like a off-road.
Okay. I think we'll do that.
All right, you guys see at least some of the group begin walking over there. Does the group make an effort to stay together, or is anything as you're watching like Val and move to the right hand side off of the main road that you guys have been walking on?
Once we get into the little alleyway, I'll make another perception check just to see if we're
Sure.
still maybe a little bit more obviously being followed.
Make a perception check.
Can I... Oh, this might be a reach. Can I have advantage because... Or will you just give me that? Or
Because.
do I have to explain myself? Okay. Because...
Am I good?
because I know that we are actively being followed, so...
No, that's
more of a...
That's you knowing that you need to make an active check.
Okay. you know what, JC, fair enough. I figured I'd try my hand.
I am extremely fair.
You know what? Could be a lot worse. Could be a 6 that I rolled earlier. 17. I'm feeling perceptive today.
You're feeling perceptive? That's good.
I'm feeling perceptive with a 17. Do I see anything?
Let's find out. You kind of peek around the side of the building, looking down the main road, and you can see a couple people kind of walking to and from. The building's still like in use, absolutely, but you do not see your pursuer.
Okay.
On that.
What?
What did you roll on that? My laptop died for a moment. I missed
17.
that. I'm
And
not
there
gonna
was,
roll it at 17, so.
I mean, okay. Can I try and just give the rundown to everybody on
Please.
what's going on?
Unless if there's anything
Um,
specific. What do you say?
Okay, so we're kind of maybe absolutely being followed right now. Yeah, that like bounty honey that we talked about, like that's kind of the issue. Anybody got any good ideas on what to do right now? Because going into the inn was probably not a good one.
Hey, JC,
Mm-hmm.
is there somewhere where I could get I could slip and it'd be I could get eyes off me for just a moment?
As far as you guys are aware, you guys have eyes off of you right now.
Okay, but I have. I suppose it. Well, I suppose it's fine.
Like, these guys' eyes are on you right now.
Yeah, that's. I suppose everyone but Glaven knows.
Do you want us to-
not.
Oh, yeah, I don't think Glavin knows.
Do you want us to try to sneak away?
We can go roam for a little bit and see if we lose him or something, but hard to lose us, I guess.
We could just.
Well,
Are there any other
Taylor?
people in this alley?
Again, not an alley, but just off-road from the main
Right.
bit. You've stepped between kind of maybe about 20-ish feet away from the Gordon's Gates, and you've stepped into an empty lot, basically, where people could set something up, but nothing's been built here. And you're kind of primarily using the gaze itself as a larger in building to block line of sight.
I'm gonna make a perception check. I want to lock eyes on her, and I want to keep my eyes on her.
Go for it. We should probably confirm who is carrying you at the moment.
That would be me.
Good to know.
Classic.
Make a perception check.
Someone want to give me advantage?
Have some advantage. Enjoy.
All right, the two of you pop out as well and kind of try to look.
Someone want to give me advantage again?
That's not how it works.
Oh,
Use
I
a good
rolled-
boy point.
I rolled 2 5s.
Nice.
9?
Use a good boy point.
I'm not using my one good boy point on a perception check.
I used it to break down a door. You can use it for perception check.
I'm not gonna use it when other people are actively looking for her anyway.
As the two of you poke around the kind of edge back onto the main part of the road and look around, there is no cloaked figure in or around the street in your line of sight.
Passive's a 14 if that means anything.
I'm sure it does.
We'll find out when the arrow starts beaming towards my fucking skull.
No arrow seems to beam towards your skull.
Let's
there's-
let's walk around the block a few
I
times.
hate to say this because we just got here. There's more of us now. Should we try and confront this person?
Not
No.
here. Maybe if we
Okay.
find a better spot.
I don't think confronting this person is generally a good idea at all. I'm gonna be honest.
Worth a shot. I was called a coward twice today, so thought I'd throw it out there. I don't want to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
What is he talking about?
I'm gonna take my cloak off, and I'm gonna hand it to Aelin if Aelin will take it. And I guess
Aylin's
if
just
anyone
our
wants,
coat rack. Damn.
if
Yeah, right.
anyone, sorry, Aelin.
Jeez.
That's
That's okay.
Backpack,
Also,
everything.
but
like 1,000 coats.
probably one
Someone
person
put-
hasn't witnessed my magic trick. But just don't freak out about it. I'm going to shapeshift into, or shape change into a human man with short black hair. And you guys wait here. I'm gonna walk out back down towards the inn. And just, I'm gonna see if I can see our pursuer.
May I make a history check?
It's a demonic affliction.
This would actually.
As I impose disadvantage.
This would be a. It would be a nature check specifically for this.
And I
Unfortunately,
impose
History-
disadvantage.
you do not
I
impose
can't have
disadvantage. It's
read
a
it in the
nature
book.
And I
check.
rolled deception to do that.
Ooh,
Fucking. Sure.
Four.
17.
you just kind of like give Ophelia like a look over your shoulder of just like, you need to stop, as you know, like you're a well-read individual, despite what some people might get the impression of. You've heard of changelings. The skin shifters is a not a polite term that has been used by some of your adjuncts up north. Generally seen as a deceptive group of people who had came over from another plane, from the Feywild specifically. They are a Fey race, but those that on a kind of systematic level kind of are seen as a inherently cowardly race because they shy away from their Fey ancestry, which is their which should be a strength. But yeah, you know what a changeling is.
I know that I won't panic. It's fine. Maybe startle a little bit, but that's about it.
Wow.
The demonic affliction, you know?
Shut up, Ophelia.
And I'm rolling my perception now. See if I can see our lady.
All right, as our new gentleman walks out into the street, make a perception check.
Okay. Jesus. It's not looking good. 7.
You kind of walk across the street over to the right-hand side and begin kind of like strolling, like as if you're heading towards the Lather House. But you kind of scan the streets and the two main buildings. You see no trace of that cloak, nor of the individual who harried you above ground.
Okay. This is going very well. I guess I'll head back to our alcove
All right.
all unsuspecting. And then upon returning, I'm just going to shape change back to the tiefling.
Sounds good. As our old gentleman friend is short-lived as the skin pulls back into the tiefling form.
So I didn't see anyone out there, so maybe we're good. I don't know.
How, JC, how quickly would we be able to just slip into the inn? Like, how close are we that if we deliberately did it very fast?
If you
How
were
long
to
would that
if you were to dash, it would take like 10 seconds for you guys to run in. Like if you wanted to sneak, it would take like double the amount of time, but like you guys are very close. You literally walked past it and then dipped off the road.
I still think we should kill her.
I'm not so much for doing that. We could.
I think we just. I literally
You know where
think if
she
we
is
just
now.
beeline it right now, that's our best get. Like, that's our best chance of not having issues.
I'm not fond of leaving problems unresolved. This is gonna bite us all in the ass later. You know that, right?
Well, what are we supposed to do right now? Where is she that we can do something?
That fell off the table. It is not a good evening in my household. It's actually so bad that these dice are getting swapped
I don't
out.
even know what you're rolling for, so it doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
So I know we said that we weren't going to split up.
We're not splitting up again.
Maybe,
We're not splitting up again.
maybe two groups staggered, not split up, with a little bit of space in between us to just try and break it up a little bit.
You want to thin the herd so the hunter can take better pot shots? I think that's a terrible idea.
No, I want to have eyes in many directions so that we're more likely to see the hunter coming.
Prey vision only goes one way.
Good thing we're not prey then, isn't it?
As it stands, we are. I disagree with the sentiment.
I think the cop has a good idea.
Thanks.
No,
I guess. How do we want to separate out?
Me,
How-
Aelin, Ophelia, and then the rest of you.
Question for
Sounds
the
good.
dungeon master:
Mm-hmm.
how dense is this? Like, if we do, a group of like, there are 2 groups or 3 groups. I mean, is it like so dense that there's plenty of alleyways for them to sneak off into?
I mean, again, no alleyways, but like a consorted like group of things in a constant state of being put up and torn down in between the more like substantial buildings, like the inns and the lather house. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to hide in. This is an easy place to theoretically just disappear. And so there's plenty of hiding spots.
Okay.
Also, not to mention the size of the underground specifically is quite large. Even this district alone would be a bit of time to comb through. Quite a bit of time.
Hey DM.
Mm-hmm.
I have mage armor now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm casting mage armor because I'm expecting this to go incredibly sideways.
You cast mage armor, and for a millisecond, this kind of ethereal armor forms over you.
I love,
If we do get split more, where are we meeting? What is the destination? Is there
Can I roll a
place
history
we
check to try to remember a
know?
different inn?
At this point, I think you've run out of inns that you know. There's the one that you just abandoned that no one can remember the name of. There's the crows, which the other two were at, and then there's the gorgons, which was close to the lather house, and why this is why you've gone to this one now, since it's not in technically the no man's land territory. At the very least, you know that there's not an inn close by, and that you'd have to take a more substantial walk.
What is that other inn in the north that's not the Fresh Flask?
Let me see what I've got for you. Like the really nice one?
I remember you telling me there were two, and one of them was a Fresh Flask, and the other one was some other one.
Mm-hmm.
The Drunken Horn.
There was the drunken fairy in the southern. You were so close.
Close enough.
Oh my god.
I was just putting together words.
I mean, fantastic job. Yeah. This
The Mangy Moose.
brilliant. Brilliant.
Probably something like the Horn of Conquest or something. Like the Horn of Plenty.
Mm-hmm.
The Naughty
I'm just waiting for this to load so I can give you guys an actual the Northern Rest, which is the high class luxury inn that was here.
They're never letting me in there.
I don't even go to that part of town.
Whatever. Yeah, that's fair.
I've gotten beaten for less.
I think this is. I think the Gorgon is probably our safest bet, and we'll just have to live for a moment with knowing that they know where we are. Unless we can jump our pursuer really quick in the street, but I don't think it's going to work out that way.
I don't think I can roll any more perception checks.
Do we know any spots deeper in the Mistress's territory similar to, not like the fight pit, but like whatever that area would be for that faction?
I do not. And I'm going to look at Ophelia.
We chattered. We're near the we chattered with the attendants for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything they could have let slip in that instance?
There's nothing that I had in their
That
dialogue
would
to
stand
you
out?
that gave you anything now. Everything
We-
that I
we-
have said, anything that I passed over specifically did not put any hints in.
I think we face our fate head on. I really do say we just attempt to kill her.
If we see her, sure, but if not, we should get to the inn and rest.
At least staying in the Gorgon's gaze, we can take watch. And she's not going to be so keen on attacking us in a building, so to speak, especially not her own territory. So, I say we face it head on. I think separating is the wrong idea right now.
It's barely separating. It's just staggering us out to make us less visible.
We're pretty visible
will
on
be-
each of our own. Look at you.
We will be within mere blocks of each other, though, or at least within shouting distance, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like Laren said, we're really not. Unless
Well, and between
we're
Yoy
captured.
and they have a sending stone in case things get really
No, they don't.
distant, don't they?
Not
Who has
not
this?
for right now, we don't.
Where are your stones, brother?
Used.
But
Oh, they're
it's right
used.
here, and I'm gonna dangle it off of my ear. We used this shit already.
I guess,
I think the staggering idea is a good idea, because we're not gonna be far even if something does happen. It's just gonna make it less visible. It'll be
I
fine.
think coward really is the word of the day.
You don't have legs and can't walk, so therefore you don't get a vote in which direction we go. I'm gonna hold out Ophelia to Aelin.
Glaven, I'll take her.
Yeah,
And
sure.
I'll look at Glaven and I'll say that was a bit harsh though, I think.
Here,
I'm gonna
take this.
dancing
I don't
lights
want
pump
this.
fake him.
Give him
I'm gonna
disadvantage
dancing-
somehow.
I'm gonna dancing lights pump fake him again, like I did Valden. One day it's gonna be a magic missile straight to the fucking face.
Now, can we please get moving?
Yes. Let's go.
You go first then.
Fine. Well, go first. Get on
So
moving.
you're going with Valden and Yoy,
Yes.
and then it's Aelin, Ophelia, and and we're gonna spin the block.
All right. Are you heading straight back to the Gorgons then? For the 3 that aren't spinning?
I am.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Can I make a perception as we get out of here?
Please.
Can I give him advantage?
Sure.
Hopefully you're very perceptive.
18.
Pretty perceptive.
As you pull out, the groups kind of split into their 2-3 individual squads, and you all begin trolling slowly towards the Gorgon's gaze. You scan around both the lather house and the road, unable to see any hint of a pursuer. If Valden hadn't called anything out, it would have looked like you guys were scared of nothing.
Okay.
And as of this moment, there is nothing.
Alright. Cool.
The 3 of you make your way over to the entrance of the Gorgon's Gaze, a comfy, if yet modest inn. It looks quite old, as though it was first cultivated out of stone and then had furnishings brought in long after, with these kind of deep markings made along the edges of the stone stairs and even the floor, where rugs kind of blanket the floor and tapestries coat the walls. You can still see the scratches of boots and heels that have kind of dug in and eroded it away over years of time. The air is kind of thick with a bit of smoke, and the lighting situation is quite low and dim. This kind of like pale blue light that kind of shines over from the kind of like half dining area. There's only a couple tables. There's like 3 in total, so a few tables, and about enough room for 7 or 8 people by like a half bar counter that has a few, once again, still has bottles of different liquors, and you can see an individual, a like blue skinned looking genasi, possibly, that has has his hair kind of tied back in a bit of a bun situation, a shirt that kind of goes up in like heavy cuffs, almost like it was rolled up to his biceps, as he kind of like looks up at the 3 of you entering, and then immediately, as you guys don't immediately like step to interact with him goes back towards sorting out a collection of glasses that seem to have piled up on the left-hand side of the counter, looking to collect them all to go to a wash bin, possibly.
As we start heading towards the enemy I perceive,
Please hit it again. Go for it.
Take advantage.
oh, gladly.
Spin the wheel.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Spin the wheel.
Hey, JC. Perchance, do you have Suna's character sheet? With advantage.
Uh-huh.
I got a 7.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 5 and a 4.
I was like, why do you perchance have Suna's character sheet? I was like, yeah, but why?
Does Aelin want to make his own?
For sure, yeah. Oh my god. I rolled a 2.
All right.
I think adding anything is going to help that, so.
You guys are on
Take it.
edge
Cool.
as the group of generally more doubting.
Can I use a good boy point? Can I use a good boy point?
If you want to.
Please.
I'm going to do it. Gang, I'm going to do it. I'm going
I
to save the other one for my hit dice. Or my my health.
so you guys can fucking rest.
Oh my god!
One.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a 3!
Punished.
Take us there!
Oh my lord.
That's incredible.
Using one of the, I don't want to say most valuable because your glowing personalities are the most valuable resource, but using one of the, using a precious resource, something that you guys all value that much, getting, basically turning it into a +1 on the bonus is wild. I feel, ladies and gentlemen, use your advantage if you have them, but at some point, the
Don't
story,
like that.
the dice have a story to tell.
I kind of want to make my own at this point,
No,
just to say that I gave it the honest college try.
Jeez Louise,
you were
dude.
giving an advantage.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
I
That's
didn't
how
know I
it
was giving it to
goes.
scarecrows. No one's getting advantage from me anymore because it seems that no one can see a damn thing.
It's true. Hey, man.
Maybe if you opened
I
your
got
eyes,
a
it
Maybe
would work.
if you...
Base perception.
Mhm.
I'm not doing much out here.
That's fair. But the three of you kind of move slowly around the bend, taking a wide berth, looking around, even drawing the attention of some, like, curious passersbys of, like, yeah, paranoid people come through all the time down here. This is filled with paranoid people, but you guys are, like, actively defensive, actively, like, and actively harried. Like, has still not swiped blood off of their form. And even though it's been rearranged a little bit with the shifting, there's still just bloody-fisted individual of like, oh, someone's like gotten into a fight is probably what's going through most people's minds. As the three of you kind of like pool around and stalk over to enter the Gorgons on the other side. If the other three of you have stood there in the lobby,
Maybe one off to go and find a place to sit
Yeah.
to wait, make sure the rest of them get in okay.
as the other three of you step in, you can see that the other group is kind of half shuffled over to one of the tables in the half dining area of this inn. But all six of you are here. No one's been picked off by a hunter.
Yet.
Thank God.
What's the next step?
Okay.
Uh,
Rooms?
Rooms. I suppose we out room situations. Let's see what they got going, because we shouldn't be sleeping alone.
I agree with that. I think buddy system never hurts.
Yeah. Let's
That's how we used
see.
to poop in the war.
I guess we'll go to the desk.
Yeah, you head over to that counter with the genasi. He kind of looks up. What can I do for you?
I need rooms for 6 people. Is there any like double rooms?
We have a
Rooms?
we
6-person room?
I mean, depending on how willing you are to sleep on a floor, we have plenty of like double twin bedrooms for traveling partners. We've got a larger esque room if you wanted. It was made to be a suite, but we could cannibalize a couple rooms if you want to. I guess pay for it, pay for the bedding.
3 double rooms should be fine.
All right, and kind of shuffles around. You hear the clinking of metal underneath the table. That would be 3 silver a room. 9 total. 3 rooms. Sets these kind of heavy set keys on the table.
Where
I'm just
will
gonna
pay
put a
for all of
gold
them?
down. Too late.
Both of you kind of like place your hands on the counter with coin.
I got it.
I'm gonna lift. No, fuck you. I got it. It's a gold, and it's not even a gold, but it's a gold.
Fine.
Slide the gold across and he nods. You're handed 3 keys. You're on the 3rd floor. Top floor.
Great. Just far enough to be thrown out of. Thank you.
Gives you a curious look and shakes his head. Whatever fantasies you have, keep them to yourself.
And off we go.
All right.
Uh,
Who are the room
I'll
divvies?
I'm gonna give 1 key to Aelin and 1 key to Yoi.
Cool.
We'll go from there.
I'm gonna put the key with Ophelia on my back because I have a tendency to lose things.
I call Val for my team.
Guess that leaves Glayrin and I.
I
As
pity
long
you,
as
I
you're
truly
alright
do.
with that.
You know what? I feel like you would be the one to be able to protect me if anything happened. I cannot trust anybody else, therefore, I am completely fine with this room arrangement.
You're gonna get protected by the coward? Okay.
I take
Excuse
personal offense
me?
to that.
I'm just gonna take it. It's been a bad day.
I don't know.
Val's
Val
gonna
is my-
put a hand on Aylin's
Val is
shoulder.
my good luck charm. Val keeps me going.
Thanks.
Maybe share your good luck charm. I mean, I can't split up, of course, but you know, someone else.
I mean, assuming we get attacked late enough in the night, if anything happens, Yoi can call me, so I can share that way.
Can you guys whistle? That's a thing I used to do with my comrades to alert across fields.
I think
Can any
I
of you
can
whistle?
manage that.
Might not hurt at least, you know, maybe we do like 2 short and then 1 long, you know, and then like kind of quietly-ish I'll like tweet, you know, something like that if you can manage. At least gives us a better idea than, you know, shouting across the place.
Are the rooms adjacent?
Mm-hmm.
We could also just knock on the wall.
Why don't we just knock on the wall?
Yeah, that'll work.
Hopefully there's less of a chance of missing it then.
Yeah, no, you know, no one knocks on doors at this place. That's a great idea. I like it. Let's do it.
Sorry. I should be impartial. I shouldn't snicker. I should not be snickering at that.
No, it was funny. That was. Damn. I'm sorry, Aelin. My bad.
Oh,
I
man.
wasn't even involved in the conversation. My bad.
All right. What are you guys intending on doing? It's not necessarily late in the day. It's now like the like pulling over to where it's becoming the dinner/evening time. But I do know that a large swath of the group is exhausted. Not to mention paranoid. And so let me know what you wish to do as the time ticks past.
Do they do dinner here at the inn at all? Please.
You say this to the Genasius. He's kind of like polishing a glass. He goes, I mean, I could go and get some. Most people come here to drink or crash. I could go get something, I guess. If you're willing to pay ahead of time, then that is.
I mean, if you gotta leave here, then like, don't worry about it.
I'd be going out to the market and getting some things. I'm not gonna give you my dinner. That's stupid. But like, all I've got stocked here, all that's been stocked for me, is alcohol. For people, the gaze is not a no dinner generally here. If you want to, it's a slow bit. People generally come in like late at night to. Never mind. We normally don't sell dinner, but I could whip something up if you're willing to pay ahead of time. No trouble.
I mean, I suppose that I could do that if you don't mind.
Alright. What you looking for? Name something that you want me to keep my eyes out open for, and I'll name a price.
I just tell them about that meat and cheese stand that I go to.
Mm-hmm. And it looks at you and just like, you want a charcuterie board.
Yeah.
Kind of shrugs. I mean, okay, why not? I've heard weirder requests from people here. Just yourself, or you want me to pick up enough boards for the lot of you?
Yeah, get enough for everyone.
Is enough. Just I don't know. Feels a bit odd. If you, if you cough up like I'd say a gold, and it should more than cover anything. And then if I have an egregious amount afterwards, maybe I'll pass the coin back to you after a delivery fee's taken, of course.
Okay, I'm gonna pass him 2 gold.
All right. Well, I will. I'll make sure I get on that then.
Sweet, thank you.
Hi. And kind of like moves and sets the glass down, kind of takes the coins and tucks them, and kind of begins like gathering up a couple things. But you've set him on his mission.
I guess I'll go back upstairs and let everyone know I have food coming for us.
Thank you.
For sure.
In this bit of time, let me know if there's any conversations you guys need to have, who you want to have them with, if you're sequestering yourselves in your new rooms with your temporary roommate, like whatever you need to do.
Can I go take a short rest and pop a channel divinity to get a spell slot back?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Val's just gonna be in the room. He's just hanging there. Oh,
Janging
can
out.
I take the key from lock myself out of the room and pick that lock? Maybe gain some experience.
You wanna try to spend approximately right now. One person's just budgeted for an hour, so like spend an hour trying to work on it.
That doubles what I have now. So, yeah.
Okay. Make your... Well, we'll see whether anyone interrupts you or anything, and then you can make your lockpicking check afterwards, you know.
I hope not.
But,
Okay.
we've got 2 people budgeting stuff. Anyone else, once again, calls for conversations to be had before dinner's delivered, anything like that?
I'm gonna do my laundry and clean my cloak and my hand and anything else that of mine that may have not my blood on it.
Got you. As you take a wash bin out from underneath one of the beds and kind of begin scrubbing the clothes, this kind of thin layer coating the water red, as Val takes the key, shuts the door, and then you hear just the clink of metal on the other side. Unless if anyone wants to do something else, I'm gonna let time pass.
I would like to talk to Ophelia, I think.
Please.
Catch up a little. Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna say how was your time with Yoi?
you've left me with quite the crowd.
I know. I wish you could have been along with me for the experience I had underground. You might have been able to help me with this fight and whatever thing got me out of there. It was quite the spectacle, I'll be honest.
A thing, you say?
Yeah, I can't really explain it too well, but I was swept away by the current and almost out of life, given up hope. It was in a cistern of sorts, just nothing to do. And as I sat to give up hope, she appeared in the middle of this lake and floated towards me with just absolute disgust for having to help, and I am not too sure, but it seems that someone up there is looking out for me, and she brought me back to the hotel. It was rather bizarre, but yeah, I suppose the gods are on our side a little bit more than we may like to admit.
It would be at
All
this
that-
moment that I would be looking at him, trying to see if he was under some form of compulsion. If not, for the absolutely soaking wet ball of paper he pulled out of his pocket.
I've had a day, man.
You've had a day.
Yeah,
What?
that's fair. That's fair.
You said it appeared upon the lake and gave you assistance. In what capacity?
It seems that my lady Evandria has asked this other being that I'm not familiar with to aid me, and I just don't. I don't know. I mean, she begrudgingly said that she had higher expectations of me, and that I will be given another chance to help, the greater good, and that there's dominoes in effect, and some of us have already started pushing them, and it was so confusing after all of the near death, but all that to say that I was just she said that putting faith in blind faith, I guess, in those around me, and being blind one more time, closing my eyes, and then I was teleported back into the hotel. I don't know beyond that why, but that's where I'm at.
I'm gonna place my hands upon him, and I'm gonna Arcana check. Are there any remnants of magic upon him?
Make an Arcana check.
Uh-oh.
They're either digging out
He's-
a dice or something bad
I'm
has happened.
using my good boy point.
Oh no!
Oh,
Dude,
People cannot roll high this session.
what's going on tonight, man?
It's not like one of you, it's all of you. I'm afraid for Jazz to roll, because if Jazz rolls, she might join.
23! Hell!
Oh my
Hell,
god.
heyo.
You're looking for any sort of influence over Aelin, seeing if they're any if they're of sound mind or of influenced mind. You're looking kind of over the seeing if there's any magical remnants of like an unclean spell that has been cast upon him, or anything that's still affecting them. And you can tell that there is nothing but, well, still confusion, clarity of mind in their eyes. You look at their form, you look at their clothes. There is no hidden runes inscribed upon them. There is no markings etched into their flesh. There is no remnants of arcane etherealness trailing from their form. If something has happened to them, it has happened quickly and cleanly. There's no remnants of anything hanging around afterward. It has been neat and has not left a trace for you to find, that you are sure. As sure as you are that Aelin is not under the influence of something else.
Just a man in his thoughts.
What did it look like?
JC, can I get the spark notes of the? I remember the chainmail, flicked over, damp hair,
Mm-hmm.
the eyes, but past that, it was more.
Feminine form, about 5.5
Yep.
feet, dark black hair that goes past her shoulders, leaning towards the right side, looking sopping wet. A kind of like palish skin, dark black eyes with a yellow circle kind of bisecting her iris and her pupil. And then the armor slash suit that she was wearing, it evokes imagery for the people here. Obviously, you guys wouldn't have this as reference as characters, but for you guys as players, kind of symbolic of like a wetsuit almost pattern of like the small band that goes over the feet and then pulls up tight against her skin. But it's in that pattern of scales, that black and like light blue mixture. And it looked like it was metal, yet it flexed in a way that you would not expect metal to.
Natural.
Yeah.
Am I aware of any creature that would look or act like this?
I mean, make a nature check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It's high enough to know that you're not sure, but the closest thing that you could evoke images from would be Triton. A Triton-esque, making sure that that is the correct one. But yeah, a Triton, but it's still odd. It still doesn't quite match for you because Tritons have gills along forms of their body, unless if they're being covered on her waist region. Aelin hasn't mentioned anything like that, and him saying that her skin was pale, not mentioning any fins, things like that. It looks like a weird oddity, and so that would be the closest that you could think of, but there's something more to it.
What would a what would a 14 religion check get me?
It would get you nothing.
Ooh.
F.
How did it appear before you?
I recall being down on my luck, upset about the situation, and mentally, kind of just giving up, I guess, waiting for maybe you guys to come save me. And then just a voice almost in my head degrading me until I turn around and there on the water.
A divine interference, and you're still within your full faculties. Consider yourself lucky.
Yeah, I suppose if I'm walking out with just a hit to my pride, you're right, I probably am pretty fortunate.
And what is it that you do that would warrant a divine interference? Through a proxy, no less.
Well, if you ask this being, not a whole lot. But apparently I my divine mission and there's some type of potential, I guess. I think I've got some lesson to learn beyond my past experience that I've been given a second chance to try.
It'd probably do you well to remember what they said to you, but it is important to keep in mind that things beyond this plane tend to speak in riddles and untruths.
That is painfully accurate. Yeah, even when asked to clarify, all I was left with was more questions.
And what did it say to you for you to require clarification?
It spoke of one of our companions pushing the first domino. Something of us needing to, leave this area to stop another from falling. I asked for just an ounce of clarification as to, perhaps where we should go next or what we should seek, and again was just led on a long-winded explanation of how they are unsure how to speak plainly, it felt, but that if given too much information would lead us down the wrong path. So again, follow, fate or destiny, or we'll find our path and beg forgiveness when we're led the wrong direction, I guess.
Is that exactly what it said?
No, I'm paraphrasing, of course. I mean, this was hours ago, and I was teleported here. I'm still dazed, but that's the synopsis of what it said when I asked for clarification. That one of us has pushed a domino. That things aren't. There's a being here that needs to be eradicated, but it didn't feel I was strong enough quite yet to, or was unable to take it down, and that we should potentially seek another short-term goal before coming back, or maybe we find a different way to take it down. It's like it seems all things with the gods is very vague and open-ended.
Oh, that's the only reason your insides weren't melted. Though
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure, I have heard that those that don't have a true divine connection, but attempt to connect with it, are often driven mad by things they can't comprehend, that they weren't meant to. So to find yourself with only the little bit of addling you have, with pieces of a puzzle you didn't even know you were solving, I'd say you got quite lucky.
Well, I suppose
It
that's
beats drowning.
reassuring. That is very true. Yeah, drowning or apparently starving to death. I guess I never noticed the hunger I have in this plane, but that's besides the point. Yeah, I mean, I at the end of the day, I'm thankful, but have a lot more thinking to do than what I'm used to.
As you think, I'd encourage you to remember her words exactly as they were spoken. Because even if it was spoken in riddles, it was spoken with intention. So do try to dwell on that if you can, unless you miss anything of importance. But also, it's open to interpretation. But you have to remember exactly what was said to you.
I will try my best to play it over in my mind.
And needing my help in a fight, maybe I should stick with you from now on, as it seems the other members of our party don't believe that I have much to offer them, despite my contributions thus far. I don't know how many more times I can hear "you lack legs, you lack a choice" before the next spell is just as flashy, but not quite as nice.
I think maybe I think maybe you give off a certain persona that you have to lay in the lap of before you really understand. But I agree completely. I think it might be best that we stick together for a little while and see what this does.
As she turns to look away, you hear him mutter, "What's one more dead high elf to me?"
Yeah, there's a certain target. I'll hearing that, kind of, well, he still may be useful a little bit at least. Although I am still curious where his true alliances lay.
I've never met a man quite so cowardly, yet despite having such a domineering figure.
I've come across them before. It comes with the born into authority. But eventually we're all humbled at some point. Some later than sooner.
And what do you know of being born into authority? I find that more
Myself?
interesting.
Myself, never. But I served with and commanded over men that came in thinking grand thoughts of themselves, and all it took was a quick bout of hand-to-hand combat to humble their spirits.
I've seen my fair share of wax wings melt myself.
Yeah. Well, perhaps it's just the city. Perhaps maybe when we get out to more tame lands or somewhere that perhaps favors, for lack of a better term, our kind, maybe things will change a little.
The world
I
is
think we
cruel
do.
wherever you go.
That's true. That is true. And what did this mistress? Do you think we should push to get out of the city at all costs?
I think that was already the plan, but with a divine hand on the scale, I don't know what to make sense of all this.
Yeah. I think at best we don't burn any bridges on our way out this time, though. I think we try our best to at least keep one good relation here in this place.
Even though he may look like me, I'll say it once more. What's one more dead high elf to me? That's the way he presented himself, didn't he? Enough to send his rabid dog after us. Or at least them, I never saw her.
Yeah, I suppose, but maybe we tread lightly, just a little bit. I'm tired of being on the run, even if it has just been a few back-to-back days.
My advice is if you don't want to keep running, you put down the dog that's chasing you. Within your means. But what do I know? I don't have any legs.
I suppose, but I've got the legs. If you've got the strategy, I think we'll make it.
I've got a few tricks.
Yeah. We'll have to drink to that.
And with that, you're gonna get some money to go get me a drink. I'll drop you my last 8 copper pieces. Bring me something tasty.
I will. I'll take the 8 copper pieces, and I will not use it to buy the drink. I'll use one of my own monies.
Gotcha. All right. Well, with you off to go get and collect a drink when they're have arrived back. Any other conversations that people would like to be having before all bets are off and we move forward? All right. Some time passes. You guys are able to take rests. We've got a lockpicking check from from Val. Make your unproficient in thieves tools check. So dexterity.
Fantastic. I would actually love nothing more than to do exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
Go, goody. Oh, yay. 5.
5. Oh
Yippee.
boy. Oh boy.
Does my shit break?
Let's find out.
I'm gonna be pissed if it does.
It's a variable DC. Let's find out. Okay. No, it does not break.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
barely. Luckily for you, this is an easier lock.
I didn't even think about that.
But you are after an hour, you are attempting to maneuver the rake across the pit, and you just hear like a and you look in the hallway, and it's the Genasi being followed by Aelin, who had gotten their drink from him once he came back with the boards, and you can see him coming up with a couple plates filled with meat and cheese, and can I help you with you having an issue?
No. I'm gonna slowly pull out the key and put it in the door and unlock the door.
Mm-hmm.
No issues here.
Good, let's keep it issue-free. Excuse me, I have your dinner to pass around. And as he kind of steps, he just hands you see, as you're kind of like hanging up your garment to dry, you just see like a plate of meat and cheese get passed into Valden's arms, and then a kind of the Genasi kind of just walk past the door as he goes and knocks on Yoy and Glairen's door before kind of setting the platter down on the floor, and then walking over with Aelin over to the last room, where Aelin's able to open the door, and he sets the tray inside on a small small cabinet. And you guys have your meals.
And I'll tell the Genasi, kind of as he's coming back, that he can keep whatever money is left.
You see like a kind of like half-step pause as he's like kind of moving past the door and just... thank you for the tip. If there's anything else you need, I will be happy to oblige. Best of evenings to you. Kind of like finishes moving past the door. An array of a couple, like 3 different meats, and like 4 or 5 different cheeses on the platter, have been served in front of each door. Enough for you all to comfortably snack on. Filling enough for some. Maybe some of the heavy eaters might be a little bit unsatisfied with it all, but they're sizable platters. He did, in fact, give you that board. Like, you feel pretty satisfied with what you've been, what you asked for.
Hell yeah. I'm just gonna chow down and then pass out.
Easy enough. With a dinner had with half-open doors so that everyone can come and grab their stuff. A short rest has been had by Glairen. But other than that, if people want to settle in or have conversations, this is the call for that before people begin drifting off early in the evening. Exhausted, battered, and paranoid. We'll see how well each of you can sleep. But moving ends, moving situations, and moving opportunities. We'll see what's around the corner. Be it friend, foe, or something else entirely. And that's where we're going to end session for tonight.
Let me level up at least.
You guys do get to end session with level up because you guys are taking the rest.
I'm taking watches. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not getting killed in my sleep.
Yes, we should take watches. But let me level up.
I will let you guys level up.
Tell you what, which half goes to sleep to do the level up now? Which half has to do it next session?
I mean, we can still we're rolling for shit. So, you guys have each had a week to know what you're taking. We're gonna start up at the at our lovely top left-hand side of the screen. Helminia, start us off. What are you doing? What are you taking?
I guess I'm gonna send it through on my app just so I know that I have it.
Thank you, thank you.
Guess what, folks? I'm not rolling shit.
Ooh.
I'm taking the average.
That's fair.
I thought
That's fair.
long and hard about feats and all that, and I was torn between a few feats, and because of that, I'm just gonna go with the ASI.
That's fair. That's very fair.
I'm like, do I want to take skilled and do a bunch of other things? But like as it stands, I'm like,
yeah,
it's too many eggs in one basket.
that's very fair. And just so I'm sure everyone knows, but your level is in.
It's in wizard. I don't multi-class.
I know,
I'm
but
actually taking a level in fighter.
Yes, everyone takes a level in fighter.
Whoopee.
Whoopee! Yippee! Wonderful. And so your average would be 4 plus your con. So
Which takes me up to a total of 24 HP.
24. Oh my!
I get two
God.
new spells. I'm still deciding on those.
All right.
But I will tell you one of them is a second level.
Nice.
And I think it's going to be Dragon Breath.
Ooh, that's very fun. All right, 24
That's all for
HP. Dragon Breath
24
taken.
HP.
You'll let
I'll
me
send you
know
my new
when you
card.
get the next
My
one. yeah.
intelligence went up to 18.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
We'll get that updated. We're gonna go down column wise this time. So, you're next up.
Whoa. I am actually taking a level in fighter.
Ooh.
Crazy.
For,
Crazy.
for real.
Ooh, her.
And I'm taking the unarmed fighting style.
All right. The unarmed fighting style, allowing them whenever they're dealing an unarmed strike, they can deal bludgeoning damage equal to 1d6 plus their strength modifier on a hit. If they aren't wielding a weapon, if they aren't holding anything when they're making the attack, the d6 becomes a d8. And at the start of each of their turns, if they are grappling a creature, they can deal a d4 of damage to one. Because you can grapple a max of 2 creatures. So, nice little fighting style. You want to roll your HP for us?
Well, I'm scared to, but oh, I rolled an 8 on the dice.
Okay. What does that bring you to?
It brings me to the +1 on my modifier. So I think that brings me to 30.
Alrighty.
21.
21 plus 9 is 30. Yep. Nice. Thank you, thank you. And now, Cody, what is Aelin doing?
Aelin is a purist because he's scared to multi-class, and he's going to take a level in fighter.
Sounds
Bring him
good.
to level 4. I get some stuff, but I will be taking a feat. I put a lot of thought into it, and even way back at second level, all those sessions ago,
I still have a
I think I'm
screenshot
gonna
of you
go-
manifesting it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta get there, man. You gotta.
I
Get
got
there.
a private message from Cody saying, "Hey, I've been thinking about level 4, in quotes, manifesting that I live that long."
Dude, and it almost didn't happen. So I'm glad I manifested it. I manifested divine intervention. That's how hard I pray. I am gonna be taking the piercer feat because I want some extra damage, some extra hit potential, and I want to be able to re-roll my die if it's the one.
Bad.
Because I seem to roll bad every once in a while, and I think rolling better wouldn't hurt. So I will be taking the piercer feat.
All right.
I'm going to roll my health now. I'm torn between 2 dice here because
You gotta
they're both
decide.
my favorites. I know. I
Ooh.
do have a good boy point in the back pocket just in case, but I'm gonna be rolling one of my favorite my bone die here, and it is a 7, which is not bad considering it's a D10, and I'm gonna add my Constitution. So +2, so 9 more to my 26 for 35.
Sounds good. Alrighty. James. Glaren, what's next for him?
I'm taking another level in Paladin, and I also couldn't choose what feat I wanted, so I'm just going to do an ASI into Strength.
Alrighty. Get some beautiful pips up.
I rolled a 5 for my HP, plus 1 from con will give me 6, so I'll go up to, I believe, 33.
33. Nice. Wonderful as the group gets ever stronger. Alpha, what is next in line for Valden?
I'm not gonna be lame like everybody else. I'm gonna take a feat.
As like literally every action has been taken so far. We've got a multi-class, we've got a feat taken, we've got ASI taken, we've had people roll for HP, we've had people not roll for HP. Thank you. That was honestly, that's the bravest thing that's happened today.
And so I am taking, let me make sure I pull it up and make sure it's right. Shadow touched. I'm going to increase my charisma by 1, putting it to 16, giving me a +3. And then I get invisibility, and the other spell that I chose was from the Illusion School of Spells, and I'm taking Color Spray.
Ooh. We love a good spray.
Well, that's the hope at least. And I need to roll for my health because I'm cool like that.
All right, let's see what happens.
Not a normie who takes fixed numbers. Let me pull out the right dice first.
Let's see what you get.
Let's see. Honestly, I'm locked in. I think that is exactly what I would have gotten. Yep, no, it's just, it's 5 anyway, so nothing actually changes.
Okay. And that
puts me up to 31.
31.
Oh, fuck you.
What did I do? Fuck you. What did I do?
You got 1 more health than me.
Well, I'm like that, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Which means last but most definitely not least our Yoi, Jazz, what are the next steps forward for our guild master? What do we got?
Yeah. I'm sorry if the baby starts
No, please.
She's been excitedly squealing at the screen every time she sees Alpha or Cody show up.
Oh yeah.
So,
Okay, I'm locked, I guess.
so
Let her roll your hit die.
She already did that. She tapped my screen for me, and she rolled an 8, bringing my HP to 35.
Oh, shit.
How do I have the same HP as a goat?
I'm taking another level in Artificer, and as an Artificer, I know all the Artificer spells. I haven't decided which ones I'm going to have readied up after this long rest, but I can get back to you on that next session.
Mm-hmm.
And
I believe
then
you can
I'm
ASI.
taking Warcaster, actually.
Ooh. What a
Caster coded.
famous beloved spell by the group Warcaster is. Just for
Love
everyone loves Warcaster. Which I believe Warcaster allows you to increase ASI by 1.
Let me double check.
I believe Warcaster is just such a goated thing that it even lets you pick up. Yes, I agree with you.
Yes!
They're crying out for war.
That's right.
No, there's a different one. Sorry, my bad. This is
No,
a
it's
full
okay.
spell.
I was pulling it up because I was like, that I don't remember that, but maybe.
So, nope, not quite. But what it does give you is advantage on con saves to maintain concentration when you're doing concentration checks. You can perform somatic components of spells with weapons or a shield. And then when a hostile's creature movement provokes an opportunity attack, you can use your reaction to cast a spell rather than making a weapon attack. The spell must have a casting time of 1 action and can only target that creature.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to have some fun.
Yeah.
Walking away from me, disintegrate.
Yes.
Good boy.
That
Come back here.
we'll find out how that all ends out. But you guys have pulled together an interesting outside hand, has kicked one of you in the ass a little bit and told you that you're doing stuff wrong and to be better. We'll find out how that affects the group, who's watching in, and whether something truly does go bump in the night for the 6 of you. But until next time, that will be...
Good boy,
Good boy
point.
point. Good boy point. Thanks,
Good
Helenia.
Good boy point. Good boy point.
a good boy point, indeed. This time I was like actually too wrapped up in the thing, and I wasn't just jerking you guys around. So
like that.
yeah, I was a little focused on marking down your health.
Yeah, you got a lot to do between now and next week.
Don't worry about it. For this session, a not too much in the way of combat happened. However, some lovely conversations got to be had. And although it was not an initiated conversation, it was a brilliant response to conversation, as well as intertwining and calling back to other conversations. Credit where credit is due, 100%. Even though you are beefing with literally almost everyone at this point, Ophelia, I'm giving you the credit for your combo.
It's literally not my fault, though. I'm like, hey.
I have so much beef right now. This whole time I'm like, what the fuck? You're literally saying shit while my baby's crying. I can't even fucking defend myself.
No, you ain't Ophelia are fine. You ain't we're going to talk about it at the end of the session. The people in the chat, they can't know. They're gonna watch it happen naturally. We'll do this on our own time. And if you want to hear more about our back channel talks, subscribe to it.
Subscribe.
If you have an opinion, get in the comments. Voice it now.
If you think someone's a shitter, get in the comments of the YouTube restream, or if you need to do it right now and you're in Twitch, go to the description, join the Discord, and start just absolutely shredding people. Everyone was talking during Pathlios of who's their favorite character. I'm expecting DMs of who's your least favorite character this time. Only negativity.
Who do you want to see?
Who do you want to die?
Yes, let's get into it.
Fucking explode.
Who do you want to see randomly explode? Who do you want to see the gods take apart piece by piece while the rest of the group watches? Who do you want to see fucking eaten by a cyclops? Get in the comments. All right. But thank you for all 6 of you for taking part in this wonderful world. I am going to give a special shout out to Jazz for caring for a baby this entire time. Much credit where credit is due. Thank you for thank you for being a trooper and still coming to session. We appreciate you.
The bloodline, brother.
Yes.
I'm
Guiding our future one step at a time. We appreciate you.
look. It's amazing until I'm like, man, I have this one thing I want to say, and she's like,
I'm gonna say it on stream so we can go back and reference it. I'm pretty sure all of us are in conclusion that if you want to say something, just let her scream and we'll deal with it. Okay?
Yeah.
We don't care. You have a baby in your lap. Unmute. We'll get past it. We got through all of my interjections when I was ballroom blitzed and Paplios. We'll get past the baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just glad to have you here. I don't care.
Yeah, it's
Glad to have you here, brother.
it needs to be addressed that both of you have every right to just be focusing on your child. And every one of us would completely understand if one or both of you said that you weren't gonna be here, but the fact that you guys are hanging out with
Wait a
us
minute,
and
you're
having a
pushing-
good time.
You're pushing a little too far. You pushed a little too
It's
far. You
great.
still gotta be here. You still gotta be here. Bring the baby. Let her roll
Bring
the
the,
dice. We'll
no,
make her
absolutely
character.
bring the baby. But we know that you guys are putting forth the extra effort, and I want to make sure you guys know that we all appreciate you. Much love.
That's all, Jazz. I was here the entire time at my desk. It's all her.
It's all Jazz. Jazz, you deserve the credit.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cheers
Thanks
to
for the
you.
Credit.
Round of applause.
We appreciate you being here. But thank you everybody so much for watching. My name is Jacob, or JC, and this has been episode 19 of Usapait. I hope you all had a wonderful night. Make sure to follow if you're watching on Twitch. Make sure to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. I will see you all next time. Bye now.